Hey guys, Palsteron here, and today let's talk about the update on the near future about Exile 1 that GG has just given us. Last week about Exile 1, he goes into 3-minute, 40 seconds of basically what went wrong with Exile 1 and trying to divert resources from it. And then at the end, he doesn't really give a timetable for anything PoE1 related and kind of leaves it up in the air, which then left some of the community, me included, a little bit confused, also a little bit sad about not really knowing what's going to happen with Exile 1 in a while. I was really looking forward towards a new league. Now, in general, most people were expecting something like an event or a low effort league because obviously PoE2 is going full steam ahead. Yeah, seems like the feedback or whatever did warrant a response from GGG, and they basically announced that, yeah, they're actually going to make a league. Now, for what the league is going to be, they said they're going to try to make some of the wacky ideas that they brainstormed in the past come to light. They talk about the Ascendancy classes and what would happen if those got completely replaced with new ones. Personally, I think that is a great question to ask, and also their wording here with like wacky, silly, unhinged really gives me good vibes, simply because if you guys remember back when PoE1 was supposed to become PoE2, there were a few patches that at least indicated that they wanted to get into a more, what we later got into, basically ruthless kind of mode of the game, so a harder version, a version that is a little bit less forgiving. And even though this is just an event, I wonder if they want to go a little bit sillier with Exile 1 now that they have Exile 2 as their vision game, so to say, which is a little bit slowed down, at least in theory. So yeah, sounds pretty cool. Can't wait to play it. As anything else, it's like a 1-month event is what they said, and there's no exact release date as of now. This does actually remind me quite a bit of the Exile 1 Crangled League that we've had. I think it was a year or two ago, where they basically redone all the passives and all the Ascendancies, but that was just jumbling stuff around. This is actually new ideas that they have, and they're going to put into the game and put it to the test. Now, one thing I wanted to address from last week when I made this video about Exile 1 situation sad, I basically went into how the streak has now kind of been broken completely from when they started like 12 years ago, and they've put out content after content after content with incredible consistency. And when I recorded this, which was basically just after waking up, there was no opinions out or anything, so I couldn't really have a grasp on however people felt, which didn't really matter to me because I just wanted to like put out my unfiltered opinion here. I actually thought it was kind of like gonna be a milquetoast take. I was even like, should I even upload this? This is going to be such a like run-of-the-mill one. But turns out I was actually one of the more doomer takes, and I even got featured on Exile. Somebody linked my video here between some of the most unhinged takes, which, just so we're clear, I do not agree with. I do not think Exile 2 is shit. I do not think Exile 1 is dead. And I was kind of reflecting on this, and I do agree that there were like 20 to 40 seconds in this video that were maybe a little bit overly emotional, maybe a little bit too much. Like I said, it was unfiltered. But that made me realize that I think I put GG too much on a pedestal. I do agree with that, actually, which I think is just stupid in general. First up, it's way too much expectations for just a gaming studio that just tries to conduct itself as a business. And I do agree with Crip, who said in his video that this was quite a sobering moment for a lot of PoE1 players. Puts it perfectly, and in general, I really, really liked his video. So yeah, since there was kind of two camps here with like the Exile 1 Reddit, Exile 2 Reddit, my opinion is somewhere in between. But I guess I leaned more on the Exile 1 side, so I got kind of like featured. It did make me realize that you do, like, putting out unfiltered videos is kind of stupid at the end of the day. Being real is always something people want from you, but I do recognize that it is an absolute risk because most people will literally just put you into one of the extremes anyways. So if you see people having a very milquetoast, very straightforward, thank you for your transparency kind of take, I would not fault them for that at all. Just know that that is something that is probably the best way to survive on the internet. And I'm not saying, by the way, these people aren't being real, right? Or that's not what they're thinking. I'm just saying that it is a lot more nuanced. As for PoE2, in general, I'm currently a little bit burned out of it. I have high hopes for it. Whenever there's a new update, I will be 100% playing it. As for PoE1, can't wait for this to come out. We'll 100% be playing it. Hope we get a date soon. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys then.